the time for entertainment, and Miss G has joined me. Hello, Miss G.
How are you doing, Israel?
I'm well. You know, your husband was here a short while ago.
Oh, you say so. Okay, so my friend...
Yes, he was here.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yeah. My friend Fatima Yabwa yesterday hit me up and said, so Israel said that if he found himself in Drake's situation, he would take off his shirt and give to the lady. So it makes you people two half-naked people.
No, but she wasn't naked. You explained to me that she wasn't naked.
But before you knew that, he said you would take off your shirt. So imagine she was...
Well, if you're half naked, I mean, it's fine for me to sacrifice my bare chest for a lady who...
Maybe one of these days you should show us your bare chest, since you're able to, you are willing to show it to the public. But the serious news, and sometimes it's scary when you hear stories like this. So,
and it will be scary.
You don't know what I'm going to say. You say
you know what you're going to say.
Okay, so we are hearing and we are seeing all over social media and other platforms that Pokelo, who is from Zimbabwe, and our own Elikem, you know, Polychem, you know, are separating, or their plans to separate. I just don't know. But it's a sad one. We just pray it's not so. So it's just people are reading meanings into the fact that yesterday was Elikem's birthday. There was no post from Pokelo. And so we have been checking the Instagram pages of both of them. Now, if you check Elikem's page, or let's start with Pokelo's page, because we're expecting a birthday message to her husband. We didn't see anything. She had not posted about him in a very long while. I didn't even know why. I never noticed because I follow both of them. But we didn't see anything about him.
All right.
Most of the time, there are things about Tristan, who is their son. So that's her page. And if you scroll down the page, you see things about her son. She has two sons, one with Elikem called Tristan. And these are all the things she posts there. So someone say, okay, that's maybe her official page for business. But she talks about her sons there. And she used to post things about her husband there.
Okay, so on what basis are we concluding that they are having issues?
Well, people say,
is it only because
the story claims people close to them say that they might be having issues.
And then it's his birthday. We go to the page and we realize that there's nothing on him.
Him on her page. So we go to Elikem's page and we realize that the last time he posted about Pokelo was on Mother's Day in May. And when I read the inscription on Mother's Day, it was #mother, #Happy Mother's Day. There was no wife anywhere in that post. But I said, okay, maybe it is Mother's Day. So that's Elikem's page as well. And if you scroll down, you'll see that as far back as May was the last time he posted something on Pokelo. Okay. So we don't know what's happening, but we pray that what people are speculating is not true, because it was the same for Damilola and Chris Atto. It was a birthday issue that drew people's attention to the fact that the two might be having issues, because it was Chris Atto's birthday. Damilola didn't post anything.
Okay, but let's just say
so
August 18th.
Okay, there's something there on Pokelo.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's it. So what does it mean?
He at least has some photos of Pokelo on.
Okay, no, that's okay. He has, but what happened to the birthday post? And you know what Elikem did yesterday? When anyone wishes him a happy birthday, he screenshots it and posts it on his page to say that, okay, Israeli has wished me a happy birthday. Asimasi has wished me a happy birthday. There was nothing from Pokelo, but we pray that it's not.
Why don't you give him a call?
Well, Elikem, why aren't you picking the call? That's the thing.
Okay, so you've called him.
So pick the call and let's have a conversation. You know, when things happen like this, some of them shun from responding to the media, but we pray that nothing happens. So for those of you who do not know, the both participated in the Chase in 2003, Chase Big Brother, and he proposed to her in 2014 at the VGMAs, and then they got married in 2015. They gave birth in 2015 as well. So that's about Pokelo and Elikem. Now let's talk about
celebrity marriages. But you know you're a celebrity couple too?
I don't know. You're telling me. I'm not sure we are, but let's talk about a management deal between Temple Management Nigeria, One Africa Media, and the Multimedia Group. So earlier today, hey, one of my crush of all times, Bisola from Project Fame West Africa and Big Brother Nigeria was in the building. Yeah, she signed to Tempo Management, and together with one of their new arts, Jeff, they came by, they brought a citation to us, and they partner with us and One African Media to be able to promote talents here in Ghana who are Nigerians, and to get Ghanaian talents out there in Nigeria. So here's what happened.
The partnership means everything. We have had such a close affinity in Nigeria and Ghana for so many years that really we're just still scratching the surface of all the potential of what we can do together. The countries are close in proximity, in language, in culture, food, music, and really this is just the partnership between Temple and Africa One is to explore how we can maximize all the great things we have on both sides. So this is just literally the first step of so many things, events, more collaborations, more exciting music that I think both Nigerians and Ghanaians will be happy about.
What does it mean to us here at Multimedia?
I think that it's a big deal because we have a strong entertainment presence. We have a strong entertainment hub. And so anyone who is doing entertainment should see Multimedia as home. Feel at home when you come around. And so for them to think of partnering us as their first place in Ghana, it's in the right direction. We, Ghana and Nigeria at the moment, whether we like it or not, in music or entertainment-wise, we are one. And you can always use entertainment or the art or show business to unite people. And the two countries use to film, music, to bring us together, sort of, although we have some French-speaking countries in between us. I'm sure if Nigeria were to be Ghana, were to be Togo, or Togo were to be Nigeria, most of us will be living in Togo by now, because and so it's a good thing. We embrace it. We're going to nurture this and make it a greater relationship that would affect other things to come between Ghana and Nigeria.
All right, so that's the communications director of the Tempo Management. You saw him earlier, Tefa, and then Marco Kwikumanti. So quickly, this story that started after the Becca at 10 concert is called #Boycott the National Theatre. It was because patrons who were at the National Theatre complained of severe heat.
Okay.
The story says the place was like an oven during the concert, and people are calling for the National Theatre to be boycotted, as they say the timing is wrong. So we put together a report because we visited the National Theatre, and they say they had to turn off the AC during Becca at 10 concert to save cost. Entertainment pundit Prince Nana Poku, known as Ashes, was one of those who couldn't stand the temperature. He took to his Facebook page to register his frustration. Ashes narrates his audio.
When I got into the auditorium, honestly, it wasn't that packed. Okay. So it wasn't heated. I got there around 10. People were then coming in, so it was quite okay. Then the show started. People started trooping in around 11, thereabouts. By 11:30, thereabouts, the heat started. Because I quite remember I went to the urinal around 12. When I came back from the urinal, I had to take off my jacket because the heat was like unbearable.
And this was around what?
Around 12. And it was pretty hot. So a lot of the patrons in there had to either use whatever mediums or whatever they had, be it handbags, handkerchiefs, hats, to fan themselves.
Deputy Executive Director of the National Theatre, Tofik Pra, however, denies the facility was in a terrible state.
From the checks that we had, there wasn't heat as in the start of the show. There wasn't heat in between the show. But at the tail end, that is where people had to make noise about, there's heat in the auditorium and so on and so forth.
He blames Xylophone Media for the mishap.
The show was supposed to have ended around 1, but it moved on till around 4. And there's our cost to the theater. That is how we see it. Because the air condition generates a lot of, bill for the theater. The theater pays around 60,000 to 70,000 Ghana cedi per month on electricity. And the air conditioning alone takes a chunk of it.
What you're saying, what I'm deducing is that at a certain point, the theatre itself shut down the air conditions. Is that what it means?
That is what we're supposed to be doing. We need to shut down our air conditioning. We're supposed to put off our power, that is the light in the auditorium. We're supposed to also roll down the curtains as well as a mechanism to check you're not doing overtime.
Claims Xylophone also breached some of the agreements.
From the start, we had security breaches and so on and so forth. Where we park our cars, the front side of the auditorium, where it turns out to be like an open space for emergency cars were parked over there. So from the start, they had to encounter challenges in order to let them understand that the theatre doesn't operate in isolation. We have guidelines, policies that we all need to follow, and then have a successful program.
So, did the National Theatre put off the air conditions?
I think something went wrong in terms of our electricity also. I think the air condition connection also. It might have been turned off in order to make sure they vacate.
But after this story broke, you haven't found out the reason that happened. Whether it was actually turned off because, yes, you don't want to incur extra cost, or it was that there could have been some fault.
Okay, from my checks, personally, I would say I think it's the air condition that was turned off. After every hour, we have a fee that we charge. But a manager on duty can then use his discretion as in how to make sure the theatre doesn't incur any unwarranted cost.
Was Becca's situation any different?
In Becca's situation, I can't just say that is one that was done, because from all indication, I got the sense that the curtains was even rolled down, as in when she was almost done talking to the public with her mom on stage.
That was close to the end. In fact, that was the end.
That was the end.
Yes.
I don't think that was even the end.
Okay.
Because I learned there were some artists packed who were supposed to have even performed, but that didn't happen because the time.
All right, so there's still more to come from the National Theatre tomorrow, but just to let you know that Brother Love says that change of name was a joke.
Exactly.
I don't know what's wrong with Brother Love.
Oh,
so
this
PDD
Brother
still,
Love.
PDD still remains, but that'll be for entertainment, Israel.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. G.